Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Tiana and I'm currently documenting my fertility journey. Today's video is going to be a short but sweet one, and I hope you get some good valuable information out of it. So we are just gonna jump right in. A couple disclaimers. One, my dog is right here. So if you hear groaning or snoring or grunting, like she makes a lot of unnecessary noise. But just throwing that out there, the dog is right here and she is annoying. Two, I want to make sure that I just put it out there that I'm not coming to you guys with like a lead by example kind of talk today. It's definitely I crashed and burned, and I don't want you guys to do the same kind of talk. So just want to get that out there. Everything that I'm talking to you guys about today is just because, I tend to have to learn things the hard way, and I don't want you guys to have to learn the hard way. So let's just go ahead and get started. So today's topic is relationship fragility, and I don't even know if that is the proper kind of phrase that I want to go for here, but I do want to talk about relationships and how fragile they can be when you're going through something like a myomectomy surgery, or I guess any kind of surgery and recovery. In my case, I was going through IVF that led into my myomectomy, which led into my myomectomy recovery story, and that's kind of my journey. So there is a lot going on in your relationship throughout the process, and I just want to bring forward some examples just so that we can be mindful as women about both sides of the coin. I watch a lot of YouTube, and I did watch this girl film this video about how she was going through, the pains and struggles with fibroids, and she had to have her myomectomy surgery, and her boyfriend just did not make it. Like, it was just too much, and she said that, he wasn't strong enough to like handle all the ups and downs with everything that was going on with her. And though that may be true, I just feel like we do also, as women, need to be considerate of the other side, even though our partners are not going through the physical pain that we're going through. They are still going through something, and we just need to be considerate about that. Again, not saying I'm leading by example here, but I don't want you guys to do what I did. So let's just go ahead and get started with these three things. So first, when you have fibroids, like a lot of times you are extremely, extremely tired. Like, fibroids are literal blood suckers, and they just make you extremely, extremely tired, which affects you throughout your entire day. It doesn't matter if like it's a weekend and you don't have to go to work, like fibroids don't take a break, you're still tired. And that's just, that sucks. Like, everything about being tired all the time is just trash. The second thing is pain. Like, I was in a lot of pain leading up to my surgery. Before that, it was like only during times of my period. And then as I got closer to my surgery, I think it's because I was taking those shots with IVF. I was just constantly in pain, no matter how I sat, no matter how I walked. Like, I was just achy and in pain. And that's a big contributing factor to like not wanting to be looked at, touched. The last thing I want to bring up is the bleeding. In my case, I didn't have like a super heavy cycle. It wasn't extremely long. It was about a week. And that was it. But I know for so many women, you guys are out there having freaking month-long periods, which is crazy to me. But it happens, and that's what would happen to my mom as well. And that obviously narrows the amount of time you can have sex in a month. So that's going to affect your relationship as well. So going back to just being tired all the time, think about it, like leading up to, and this is in cases like you might not even have a myomectomy scheduled. You might just have fibroids and just be trying to get through it by yourself and not need the surgery. However, you're still experiencing these things. So if you're tired all the time and you just can't find the energy to do the things you used to do before you had like all these fibroids, that obviously would affect your partner, because they want to hang out with you, they want to have fun, they want to do things. But if you're like tired every time you get home from work, like that's obviously going to be an issue. And it's easy to say, oh, this person's insensitive, like they see that I'm tired, blah blah blah, but you're gonna always be tired. So just keep that in mind. Like, with fibroids, you literally are always tired. So you have to come up with ways that you can kind of get your energy back, or just like suck it up, because you can't just spend every day just like want like slow motion, always sleepy. Like, it's going to affect your relationship. And I just want to bring that up, that on the other side, what they're seeing is just you're not interested, you're not in it, you're not there. With the pain, I was in a lot of pain. Okay, so I didn't want to be looked at, touched, like didn't want him to be close to me because I had to like sit in certain positions, lay in certain positions. I just didn't want to be bothered, and that went on for weeks. So I remember being like, my husband would like, he as natural would want to like get frisky or something. And I would just be like, can't you see that I'm not here for it? Like, I would get irritated. I would get angry because I'd feel like, okay, he's being insensitive because he can see that I'm in pain or that I'm just tired. And he doesn't care. Like, he's just all about like what he needs right now. And in hindsight, because like I said, I am not the example, obviously he goes through all of this too. Like, when I come home and I'm tired and I don't want anything to do with him, like that affects him. Me being in pain all the time, that affects him. Not only does he feel bad that I'm in pain, obviously, because he is like my protector and he can't do anything for me, but he's also not getting his needs met. And it was very hard for me to be sensitive to that fact because I was the one in pain. I don't want you guys to do what I did, because I was very much like, I'm in pain, like back up, like don't talk to me, like I'm gonna go over here, I'm gonna wallow in my pain right now and take some medicine or lay down, and I don't want no parts of it. And that went on for weeks, and that, especially leading up to the surgery, and then also after that, then having to go through recovery and not being able to do anything for like 6 weeks, it drags on. And I just want to bring these different things to light so that you can, next time it pops up in your household, you're like, maybe I should figure out a way to take care of this so that you don't have issues later. Lastly, with the bleeding, like again, I said I didn't have this like long stretches of bleeding, but I know with girls that are bleeding for 2 to 3 weeks, that significantly shortens your sex window. So if you're at home and you're constantly bleeding every month for long periods of time, you're only able to have sex with your husband for like a week. Like, that's not great, okay? And I'm sure they're feeling it. So you just want to be mindful that, and I don't want you to like feel bad. Like, obviously this isn't to make you feel like you're not a good wife or not a good woman or good spouse. It's just to make sure that, we're talking about these things and we're aware that everything that we go through, they go through. They might not be going through the physical pain, but like, it might not hurt them physically that they're not having sex with you, but it's hurting them that they're not having sex with you. You know what I mean? Again, in my case, there were weeks leading up to my surgery, because we were going through the stress of IVF and the shots and being bloated. And it was a lot. And I think that's why when I made my first, maybe my second myomectomy recovery video, I said I wanted to focus on my marriage, because with weeks of just me being very, I guess, selfish, just like, I'm hurting, I'm in pain, I just want to crawl into a ball and like let me deal with this. It was affecting my relationship, especially going into the surgery and then being told, okay, you can't be intimate with your husband for at least 6 weeks. So that's another 6 weeks on top of everything we had already been going through leading up to it. And so I just want to share as much as I can about that whole kind of situation. If you guys want to just drop some comments, let me know how you guys are getting through it with your significant others. If you have stories, just so that we can kind of talk and maybe you guys can chat with each other. Because I do think it's very important, and I think that people don't realize how much of a strain this journey will put on your relationship. But that's all I wanted to talk about today. I hope I wasn't rambling too much. But I just wanted to get it all out so that we can have this open discussion. This is probably one of my last myomectomy update videos. I am going on 6 months. I'm trying to get into a doctor's appointment just so I can get checked, give you guys my 6-month update, and then that'll probably be it. So if you guys have any other recommendations on videos you want to see from me, just let me know that as well in the comments. And yeah, if this is your first time here, make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. We'd love to have you stick around, and I will talk to you guys again soon. Bye.